everyone. This is how quick it's been this morning. Oh my gosh. I looked at the clock and it said that I had 2 minutes before the top of the hour, and then I literally blinked and I didn't have it anymore. So, hi. Hi. Yes, I have, as the ambassador, I was called to the warehouse for a moment, and I was looking. I'm going to change my view. Welcome, everybody. This is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod and the trade post for Minecolonies mod. And I am Monster to Mermaid. I am the ambassador in this story that I tell with the Minecolonies modded Minecraft. I tell the story of an ambassador from a nation of mermaids that is assigned to a land town that is started by 4 rescues, 4 people who were rescued from a shipwreck. And that's the way the town always starts, with a shipwreck rescue of 4 people who want to go someplace and start a new town. And so this was, oh, hi. Yes, I know. I'm talking to, I'm sorry I'm in your way. Let me come over here where there's nothing for a minute. There used to be something here at level 3 or level 2, and at level 4 there isn't, which is most curious. We'll have to see what happens with this area at level 5. This is a level 4 warehouse in Old English style. And good morning. How are you? And here we go. It is morning in the United States. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, a little after 3 o'clock in the morning, and in the Midwest of the United States. And I am going to just come out. Let's use my abilities as a magical being, as a mob, because the mermaids are mobs. I'm going to rise up over the city like I'm underwater and swimming. I can swim through the air. And there it is, the town. It's not quite a city. I don't call 50 people a city. It's a town. 100 people in Minecolonies begins to be a city. And we're not there yet. I would like to get there without having more than one more person. I think I do not have a concrete mixer still. And I think for level 4, I think we're going to need a concrete mixer. But I'm going to come down just for a second and see if I've forgotten. I don't think so. Tobias, no, I know. I didn't think that I had one. I agree. Let's come here. We're going to have McKenna build this as soon as she's done with whatever housing she's working on. These are all level 3s. Tobias is a level 3 brick yard owner, and he has this brick yard here. We don't have a quarry. We're actually using trade. We're using other cities to get the stone that we need. This is Ellie, and Ellie runs the sifting machine that we have here, and this is
okay.
Hi, Boone. I'm sorry, Boone. And this Boone is actually the sifter, and Ellie is the crusher. She runs the crushing machine, and Tobias is running the brick ovens that are in the bottom on the main floor of the Mason house that belongs to Brooke. That's not Brooke. That's a visitor. That belongs to Brooke, who's right here. Brooke is she should be here. She's probably at lunch. We're getting dinner, the sun's setting. Brooke is the mason, and that is the Mason house. This is the mining complex, and we have Lucas and Kishore. Riley is the miner, and he's coming up right now. And he might be coming up for the night. He's coming up early. Hi, Riley.
Good day to you.
Oh, no, you need something, don't you? Yes. And so he needs some stuff, so it's going to be delivered to him. And then that sounded like boom.
Tis a fine afternoon.
This is how unawake I am. Brooke, hi, Brooke. Brooke, it sounded like Brooke was making something for someone. Also, we have Jessica here. Jessica is the guard. I'm going to call her up every once in a while. I like to call them up just to make sure that they're being fed. She's not only being fed, she's fully clothed, which is good, in armor, which is very nice. That means that our Fletcher, Marissa, is actually making armor. We can see people in the dining room. There are people waiting to have something to eat in the dining room. And I'm just going to check for a minute. Mia is bringing something to the dining room, or she's getting something to eat. There is food, and there is Perpetual, and then there is other food, fish and chips. There's Perpetual stew, which is what Mia makes as a part of the two chefs in the kitchen. And I'm getting a warning on YouTube. At this time of morning, I shouldn't be getting a warning, but I am. I'm getting a warning on YouTube that there's something wrong with the stream. So we'll see in just a moment what goes on here. Look at the sky. Look at the color the sky's gotten at night. Isn't that beautiful? It just looks really pretty. It does. This is the town hall. And this is the cathedral right here. And I'm looking at the sky. It's gorgeous. And I'm trying to wake up. We have 5 different places where we're getting visitors from. And the person would say, 5? Why do you need 5 places for visitors? Because of Trade Post. Trade Post actually allows a use for visitors. That the visitors are the ones who are making purchases at the shops. And the shops are empty. Wow, look at this. There's nothing being offered. Let me see if there's something here. I did ask for apples, and I haven't gotten any yet. So we'll see what happens with that. Luckily, I asked Pedro, the doctor, for some of his apples because the reason I needed them was for research so that Cannon, the animal trainer, would be able to get medicines to heal the pets if they get sick. And so that was why we wanted the golden apples. And Pedro, the doctor, he had more than enough at this particular moment. And so that made it good. We are in the process of researching masks as a part of the fight for the health of the people in town. And that research, when that research is done, that's going to make a difference in people getting sick in the town, which is going to be very good. This is my bed, and I just want to see if I get the all are asleep. I don't. Yes, I did. Dun, 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 dun. We can also see that Josiah started working on the dining hall. Oh, in the university area, the new dining hall that's going in. And we are actually going to have children at level 4 with a level 4 school, because I would like to I need some additional people, and I would like them to come from the children. The people here have expressed more than usual the desire to have families And so we're going to respond to that request by not by not getting everybody that we need from the visitors. So far we have 61 already, and we thought we were only going to go up to 50, but we needed the others. We still need another tree farmer, and I think before I start the second university building, I'm going to change something right now. Hi. And Anahi. Hi, Anahi. Let me see you. You're a nice kid. It's nice to see you. Oh, she left. Good. Let's go here. She's like, no, I don't want to be considered. Okay. I'm just visiting. That's good. So we have a dilemma. I don't want to get any more visitors, even though I need a concrete mixer, which would be 62, and I need someone to run this tree farm right here, this forester right here, which is not a sawmill. It is actually a place to collect wood for the new building that's going up here. And in order to do those things, I need some more people. I'm going to cancel the build of this first. We're going to cancel this. Cancel. I'm going to have, this is a level 3, which is where most of the buildings are at. The warehouse is a level 4. We're about to make this school a level 4. If we do this, because the children, I believe, would have to be, we're going to have the first set of kids. Whoa, look at this. Whoa, look at this. Okay. So here's the wall that came down, and we knew that was going to happen. She is definitely working. This is the kitchen down below, right here. Josiah was working on, and it's a level 1. We're gonna have a level 1 dining hall right here, and the kitchen is down below. We had this is a awning that was over top of the stairs until such time as we can add this kitchen in some kind of way to the dining hall. And the dining hall is here. There's something strange about that area, but I'll check on it in just a moment. In the meantime, no one lives here, and I'm going to go in and sleep so that I can see what I'm doing for a second. Let's come here. And here I am. There we are. Look there. There's the sun coming up. And I'm going to see what some people are doing. I'm going to see what, it's morning. Let's see what happens. We saw that Wade saying he was going to work on the Outpost, but I wasn't there, so he's not. The recipe for large bottles, Liberty worked on that recipe. She's a glass blower, and so that recipe doesn't need as much glass, which is wonderful. And then Josiah is working on the dining hall, and Cash is working on the chef's kitchen also. He must be working on the chef's kitchen in the other area. Let me see if I need... So I have 2 dining halls that don't have anyone working in them. We're still using only the main hall. And I have 2, let me see, do I want to put in how many do I have? 3? While I'm talking, why don't I just go ahead and do this for a second? Because we're not going to put in a walkway just yet. I'm going to try and get some things done. One of the reasons we have the amount of people that we have is I did find a scout for the trade post, and that is something that I really want to experiment with, the trade post, to see how it works. And so since I want to do that, I needed to have a scout so that I can try it. So we have that area there. We're not having necessarily something step off right here, right now. I'll have to step up to it. But this is a route that they're going to come. This is a level 3, and he doesn't have anything in his yard right now. He sure doesn't. Doesn't have anything in his yard. So we will put in something. There were pumpkins here, and I think I took them. Oh, he probably took them up. Let's see. Let's put this here. Let's get some pumpkin seed. Nope, that didn't work. I'm still not awake. Let's get some pumpkin seed. Let's get some wild. I think I would like to do wild onions, and that means I need potzel. So we're going to get a piece of potzel. We're going to take this field here, and we're going to take it out again, and we're just going to make this into potzel. I think I'm going to have to do all these farms over. Look how quickly that grass is growing. It's warmer now. It's spring. We'll do that there. And then let's take this. We need look for this, but if I plant pumpkins here, and here, they'll grow, and that should use those pieces right there. I'm not sure I want these. Try and cut down on the number of torches that I have. Let's make that go away. And so that's his yard. Let's go look at the other little family yards that might have been brought up. Notice here, yep, sure enough, her flowers are gone. Notice here that we have a second story on this new guard tower here. And I think I'm just going to take that one off. And I'm fascinated by this guard tower. I really love it. And so those aren't trapdoors, good. And it's really, really a cool design. And so I'm really looking forward to using this at some point. Just this is in the farm district, so that means that this is for this area. This is the farthest northern northeastern corner, the exact opposite of the corner where the other guard tower is in the children's next to the children's school. Mr. Villager. Hi, Clipper. Hello, Clipper. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you both? And so here we go. Hello. And so we're here, and we're going to come over. We're looking at things. And so yes, there's our other guard tower. Other than that, Anyanka, the style designer for Old English, has put in plenty of security in all the buildings. Almost every building that is Old English has a station for a peacekeeper. See, this is actually the dormitories, and there is a peacekeeper station right there on both sides. And then, of course, in the university and in other buildings, we have those. Hi, everybody. And Mr. Villager, how are you? How are you this morning? So I'm looking at everything, what's going on for a second. So we stopped her from doing that. We stopped Maisie from working on this building for a moment. And I see something here. I'm just going to fill this in for a second. We stopped Maisie from working on this building because I believe that I'm not going to work on that until I have some children. We're going to have children at level 3. I'm deciding that right now, Mr. Villager. These poor kids. These poor kids. These poor kids. But the families are saying that they can make up for it, that they'll do the research to help them get their skills up and for them to be okay. No! Oh, Mr. Villager. Ooh, look what happened here. Oh, Josiah is using the wrong soil. Let's come over here and let's switch Josiah's soil. For now, he definitely doesn't need, but if I switch it while he's building, let me see, hi, let me see something. What are you working on? You're working on the dining hall. No, I can't switch it, otherwise he'll switch all the dirt out. So let's see what he's showing. He needs mossy, and we should have vines, but I will check and see if we do or not. If we don't, we might have to collect the vines off that have grown on the, see these vines here? We might have to collect these vines if there aren't any in the warehouse, because we don't want to wait for a take all your personal practices so it doesn't get worse at the point you can't think properly. Yeah. You have to get, you have to have a system for knowing what works for you when you get sick. And to actually, what foods work, what foods make you feel better, and what other things make you, and getting enough rest, and you know, that kind of stuff. We're looking for vines, and there are some. Yay. Okay, so we don't have to worry. Brooke has vines. Just an item you invented? Okay. Cool. That sounds good. All right, so we've looked at everything in town. We stopped her from working on the other university building for the moment. Because Mr. Villager, I think I'm going to do it. I was trying to wait until I had the outpost done, but I think I'm going to try it. I'm tired due to Dawn. I'm also tired, I'm tired, I didn't quite, I'm having a war about the amount of salt I'm getting, and the amount of salt that I get has a tendency to make it difficult for me And so there's another one. So there were pumpkins here also, but this has been brought up to the level. First of all, do I have enough houses? I don't think I have enough houses for kids. That's what she can work on. I need at least one more house, and I should have two. I should have 4 houses. I have 2 here, and I need 2 more in this area right here. So yeah. So the idea that I'm going to have children earlier than usual is a concern. Is there enough food? Is there enough of everything in order to do that? I'm heading out of the city, and I'm holding the build tool so we can see the Outpost border when I come over these mountains, and there it is right there. And there's a little section of the city where the city's been expanded to be next to Mr. Villager's village right here. And I should show Mr. Villager the other village that we found. And I'd like to do that. But before I do, whoa! Oh wait, that's my light. I think that's a light I put in. He hasn't put any, wait. No, don't go to sleep with stuff in your hand. There we are. And so McKenna is working on the concrete mixer. That should be her. I'm going to look at the line again. And Wade is working on the Outpost. Let's see if he starts working on it today. And Cash is working on the farm dining hall. So we have a university dining hall, a farm dining hall, neither of which are open, and then we have the town hall dining hall, which everyone is using. And so let's come here, and so we're going to see if we can get this one thing going right here. And there's the masks. So now we have probably the most that we can have as far as people getting sick. We have a full hospital with the arrival of masks, and we have all the different medications, and so we're doing good there. It's done. I'm here. I'm hoping that he's going to come and work on this. And there has been some work done in this area. And I'm just going to wait for the streetcar to come. It's sort of the metro. Yeah, it is. It's going along okay. And I like it. So one of the reasons that we need, there he is. So Wade is coming. One of the reasons that we need so much stone, and actually needed, if we were the only town on the planet, we would need a quarry. But because we have 4 other towns that the Mermaid Nation has actually fostered, I think there's 6 altogether, other towns, this allows us some ability to, there's torches. We're gonna have fireworks. He's putting in torches. This building is done, and there they are. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! We have fireworks for the fact that Wade has finished this building. And now he's going back. Yay! there are the tracks. Now, wait a minute. Why'd you do that? He did the track differently. Huh. All right, I'm changing the track here. Hold on. We now have an outpost. Take this away for a second and then put this here. That's the way I read this. That's the way it looked on the thing, and that's the way I want it to be, those track. So we have that second track there. And now let's see if we can get our person, our scout, to come out here. So this is Outpost residents, so that's how we can assign people to live here. I can now assign Wade to live here. And he would build his builder's shop from here. And we have another person who's going to come, and let's assign the scout first. No! Ooh. Oh! Oh! The game just crashed. It did indeed. Okay. Oh, that was interesting. Let's go to bring up CurseForge. Yeah. Oh man, it was a full hard crash. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh. When I clicked off of the housing. So we're going to CurseForge. CurseForge is, I'm going to put the launcher on. And the launcher is up, it's going to load the game. So we're loading the game right now. That was a bad crash. Let's hope we can have someone. We'll have to see what happened there and why that happened. And here we go. We're going to, the game is loaded. And so now I just need to get the world loaded. We're going to put down CurseForge. That is fascinating. I'm not sure what happened there. McKenna started working on the residence. Josiah's working on the dining hall, of course, and Maisie's working on the forester's hut still. Okay, good. Probably to make it a level 3. Okay, I'm going to try this again, and we'll see what happens here. We were going to switch, and we were going to manage workers, and let's see if we can have Miriam, who is the scout, come and take her position. Remember yesterday when we tried it. So we're hiring her here, and she lives too far away. So let's see if we can do this. We're going to try and get her. We're going to try and get her to live here. Here we go. We're going to manage housing. And uh-oh. It says she can't be assigned here. It says she can't be assigned. Why not? It says it's an outpost. residence. I'm going to try and be careful with this. Maybe I need to unassign her actual home first so that she's homeless. Okay. That's a possibility that I do need to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to use that X on the housing. I'm going to look at her here and see if, first of all, if she's even going to come. Remember last time she was a ghost. It's daytime, it's 2 in the afternoon. Wade doesn't have anything to do here. If I could assign him to the housing, I would have him start working on this builder's shop right here, which we put within the border. We do have a builder here so that we can have some things. I would prefer a builder to be here. If you give it instead to Wade. Give the housing? That's what I was trying to do. Wade's already going to work on this builder's shop. But I was hoping I could get her up here. So it's it's 3 o'clock it's after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There is definitely not a builder in this building. So this building is what it is for right now. And there she is. Whoa. Miriam, I know you're too far away. Miriam, you're not wearing any special clothes. Look, Mr. Villager, she's not wearing anything special.
Can I help you?
The outpost... the outpost is not connected. So it did. I messed it up. I did. When I removed that piece of track, it messed up the outpost. Yeah, she did. She teleported. But now she's going to take the car back. Or she's just having fun. Oh no, she is going to take the car back. What is going on? I can remake the connection, but I'm not sure how. Because this is still sitting here. Just right here. And when I try to get this, I can't. I can't get this. I can't move it. I'm in creative and I can't do anything with this. So what's going to happen is if I do something with it, it's going to break. Okay, poor baby. I know. We're going to get you. She's going to have to go back because there's no place for her to sleep. I know. I'm going to have to call her back. Ayer used the unemployed as a placeholder for his workers' skins. Yeah. Let's go back. I honestly don't know, Mr. Villager. Wait, why did you get off the train there? Oh my gosh, she got off the train outside of the... And now she's swimming across. All right, quickly. Let's forget about her being there. We're gonna call her... We're going to give her her... She has her room here. Where can I call her? I would have to call her back to the university. By the time I do that, she'll probably be here. Let's come here and call her back for a moment. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. Let's go to Miriam. And there's something really interesting. So she is assigned there, and I can't bring her up on the list. I can find her here, but I can't put her name in. And I just recalled her, so she's going to go back to bed, or she's going to go to bed. Where are you? Good. Okay. And I'm going to reassign her to the library for right now. That's kind of odd. Yeah, she's not even using, at least he was using the train to get all the way back into town. She's not. And let's come to here and let's find her. There she is, and hire her back here. So this is the second time we've tried to get her to be at her post. It's raining. We're going to go to sleep. Do I want to? No, I'm just going to. I'm too tired. I'm just going to go over here. That's Josie. That peacekeeper. We only have one. Well, we have two. And right now, we'll have gatekeepers in a little bit, but right now we only have Josie and Jessica, who's down in the mine with Riley, and we have Josie, who is our she's first druid. She's the druid leader. Here, let's go and look and see what rare finds we have. We did get some slime balls, which was good. And remember, they don't have anything to sell. So we'll look at this for a second. And golden apples, of course. Something we did need, but we don't anymore. Let's see. And as a matter of fact, if they're not going to work on it, I think I'm going to cancel. There are some recipes that I notice there being it being difficult to get processed. She does have a recipe for it. She absolutely has a recipe for golden apples. The chef here. And let's come here to here, and it's right there. It's practically right at the top. And so, I'm not quite sure why she is not getting any. And then, how much money do we have right now? We have 291. We're not taking anything out. 291,000, almost 292,000. We have been selling some seeds. Some things. Turn the tomato seeds. How did you get tomato seeds? No, you're not selling tomatoes. Maybe they asked for them because they were surplus. We might have a surplus of tomatoes, but that's not a Minecolonies tomato. That's a Farmer's Delight. And the tomato seeds too. How did you get those? Yeah. No, you can't sell them. You're not selling buckets. Turn that off.
Right away.
Yeah. Off, and off. Okay. So let me make sure that Jack isn't selling something different. Jack, what do you have over here? He is selling different stuff, but really? He sold a warehouse for 4,000. Plans for a warehouse for 4,000. We shouldn't have done. We shouldn't have. That is fascinating. Those are turned off. He's got a bunch of stuff turned off. And those are turned off. And we just, the air conditioning came on. Wow. That's fascinating. Okay. That means I should have tried selling those hut blocks. Isn't that wild? 4,000 for a warehouse plan. We had a ton of hut blocks. We can sell hut blocks. Did he sell it? He did, because he doesn't have one. Ooh, that's an interesting idea to sell. It depends on what they're made out of, and that's the thing. Based on what they're made out of, the huts. So, like a stonemason's hut. Let's look at the warehouse.
Okay.
Mechanic. This is just wood and a piece of redstone, but it's redstone. I don't know that I want to necessarily. The Fletcher is good. Look at the Fletcher. Ooh, a Fletcher's shop would be an interesting thing. Let's request that. That sounds really kind of neat. Let's request Fletcher hut. Let's request 3 of them, and let's just request 1 and see what he prices it at. Because that's just wood and string, and we'll see how much they can sell them for. Isn't that an interesting thing? Oh, I don't mind. It doesn't. I mean, if you're buying them, that's perfectly fine. Although I haven't seen any of your people in town, unless you have a representative. One of these. Hi, Mia. One of these visitors is a representative for you. McKenna's still working on houses in this area. And these houses are level 3s. Level 3s at least gives us 1 bedroom, and that's what we were going to do. So right now we only have 1 bedroom for children in these houses. That's the problem with housing. Yay! Excellent. That's the problem with housing that's only a level 3, is there's only room for 1 kid. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if she is done, let's see what she's doing here. I see the roof on there isn't finished. Let me look here and look. So she's still working on this, and this is only a level 2.5. So when she's done, we'll have her do the housing. Josiah is almost done with this building. And I see both of them are waiting kind of on the same thing. I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to change the ground here because Josiah is still working on this. But I have to do something, so we'll put that in, and that'll solve the problem that I have. Solve the problem of Maria for a second. Well, if the couriers are actually able to deliver stuff to the outpost by themselves, I don't think so. I don't think they're able to do that. I think that's what the scout is all about. And as a matter of fact, since you have brought that up, we're going to come over here. I'm going to, let's see where I can be for a bit, where there's activity. Let's just come here to this area. No one's in the marketplace because there isn't anything to sell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here right now and see if I can get the wiki. The last time I looked at it was probably last week. And it might actually be hard to find. Maybe I'll have to find it a different way. I should have saved it. Saved the link for it. I didn't. So we'll do it like this. I'm going to go to Discord and get the wiki for a moment. And it's so weird. This is some sort of strange kind of thing that's turned around where I'm doing things that I should do on Twitch. That I would call in the purview of Twitch. I end up doing them on YouTube, which is kind of interesting. It's gotten reversed. Let's come to here. I'm going to the pinned stuff in Ayers, and there is, it's not, it should be here. And it's not. Is it here? Hold on, I'm looking for the wiki being pinned. There's nothing pinned here. I wonder if it came down. If someone's working on it. There it is, the wiki. Okay. So now we have the wiki up. And let's get out of here. This. And let's come back to the game. And let's come over to here, and I'm just going to read for a second. The Outpost is a building that can exist outside the normal contiguous border, the Outpost. The primary function is to allow access to alternative biomes for crops. And the location of the outpost is determined by using an outpost marker to set the location, then throwing it in a wishing well with a diamond. It doesn't say. It contains child building, including a builder. And so this is an app. It contains child buildings, including a builder. The initial builder can be challenging as it may be a long walk, but once level 1 is built, the builders should be employed there. So there's a problem with the style. So we're using the classical Greek, and it doesn't have any child buildings in it. And it's supposed to. It's a part of the outpost that it does. So the outpost isn't working the way it's supposed to, the way it says it is in the wiki. So I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to talk to Ayer about that. Anyone in the outpost needs is supplied via rail, so the outpost must be connected to the station by rail, and both the scout and the station manager jobs must be filled. And I think that means that that's how they get their supplies, which makes sense to me. Why would a courier be going all the way out there? They would never get anything done. And so let me just go ahead for a minute, and we're going to X that. So we can't do anything about this. That says that the Outpost is supposed to include a builder, and the Classic does not, which means that it's not finished or it's not correct. And so that's why we're having problems with it. And so I think that I am going to bring Wade back. I'm not going to have him work on that building right now, the builder's hut. I don't want and it only says a builder. It doesn't say a farm. It doesn't say the guard tower or the farm. It says the builder is a child building. And when you look at the others, and we'll show them for just a minute, let's just have him cancel that. And he doesn't have anything to work on. He's been running back and forth. We're going to give him a break for a second, because he's going to help build the kids' housing that we need over here with Maisie in just a moment, as soon as I show you this. So in the trade post styles, there are 3 of them right here. The first 2 include farms, include builder, and include guard towers. All 3 of those are included, and that's why there are 3 beds in the building. And when you look at the original trade post outpost style here, you can see the builder right here, you can see the guards, and I believe there's they show the fields. There's the farmer right there. So all of this is included in the original. And if we did a level 5, this is what the original looks like. It looks like this. Okay, so let's go back. Then a new style, the other style that was also included at the time that it started, that we uploaded the mod, was the hills style. And this was the style we were going to put in first. We were going to put this style in. That would be in the hill. There's a farm here, and you can see two guard posts. You can see the farm right there, and then you can see the builder. Let me see where the builder is in this one. This is a level. The builder must be back here. Sure enough, the builder's underground. Okay, so at level 5, this looks like this. And you know something? It's really a shame that I switched what I was doing, because we had determined that this would fit into the hill really nicely, and that it was okay to put it there because we have hills in that spot. So here's the deal. So we decided when we saw the classical Greek that we didn't need the farms, that we were going to trade with Mr. Villagers. So V Knight added the outpost, and here it is. And all it is just the outpost. But the way he's done it is not enough. There are things missing from here. And the fact that it doesn't have the builder, and it's supposed to have the builder, I think is a sign that the building itself isn't quite up. And so you think it's more like a choice, and if it was, Ayer ended up making it a bit confusing. No, it's not working. It's actually not working, and I can understand someone talking Ayer into having one that doesn't have the farms, It's so in places where you have towns. So if you were on a server and there were other towns, other mine colony towns, you wouldn't need, maybe you wouldn't need the farms. And I can understand, especially with classical Greek, with the ancient Athens style, I can understand someone saying, well, we don't need all that. We just need an outpost so that we can connect and have services go back and forth. But whoever made this didn't, something's missing from what this is supposed to act like. And that's why I can't get her to be housed here. She should be able to be housed here, and she's not. That's what bombed the system. And so I'm going to report it to them, since this is a fairly new mod and they're still working on it, and we'll work on it the next time. Work on it the next time. Air is definitely available and people are definitely working on things. So, and yeah, I agree with you. I like the choice of not having the farms. That's why I picked that one. But not having a builder might be a problem with it, because then I should be able to assign the builder to live there, but it didn't seem like I could. It didn't seem like I could assign anybody else to that building to live there. And if that would be a problem. If a farmer can, if there's no way for the builder who's going to work on the next levels of that building, you're only supposed to have to struggle with the level 1 because there is no outpost. You shouldn't have to struggle with all of them. So the builder should be housed at the outpost so that all he has to do is get in touch, have the scout get in touch with the train master and request stuff be brought to him, the way couriers bring things to the builders in town. That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah, the builder missing, so we have to build entirely, yeah, a new one. That's not, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, and I can't imagine air. Because of the way it's set up, I can't imagine that being the way it's supposed to work. And it wouldn't be the way it was supposed to work for one style and the other styles be that way. That doesn't happen in Minecolonies. And it is on the Minecolonies style colonies. So that is something that has to be fixed, because that's not the way things work. You can't have a completely different outpost style not have the same things as the others. It would be like a university not being able to do the same research from one style to the other. And so what do I want to do about it? I can't, there isn't anything I can do about it until I talk to Ayer. So we're just going to, that's why I brought Miriam back. So Miriam's going to be here and she's going to be working. And I brought, yay, McKenna. I have McKenna, I have Wade, and I have Maisie. And all three of them are going to work on housing that I'm going to put in right here so that I can have some kids. And so we're going to start doing that. So one of the things that we have to do in regards to this housing is there's supposed to be a street right here. And if there's a street here, if there's a street that comes out from the school right at this point right here, I did want it to come out from the school direct. That doesn't leave enough room here for anything to be. And now with the university piece being there, We're going to have the road come down this line, and the road is pretty much going to go right to here. You can see it going right to this part. And if we have a street coming right here and going down here, that's going to put park area there. And we might do something about, you remember you were looking at the playground and that kind of thing. You will make sure to remember adding that when your time comes. So adding that there's no scout skin, that would be great, Mr. Villager, that he doesn't have a scout skin yet. And I think he's waiting for you. And does Ayer actually know what happened to you? Do they think you just disappeared, up and disappeared, or do they know that you're waiting to recover from theft? Let me do something. The easiest thing for me to do at this particular moment, which will help, is for me to concentrate on this part. So let's come here and let's go to Old English and see how wide this is. 1, 2, 3. Good. So we can use a 3 of an Old English road, which is in decorations. Also adding a residence inside it too. Adding a residence inside. The builder is missing, so we have a builder. Yeah. And no, the residence is already there. On the thing, it shows the residence is there. It's just not working. So straight road. Let's come to here. And this is perfect right here. This is where we want the road to be. But we are going to put, why don't we do a T piece right here. Let's look at roads. And let's do a T piece right here. And turn it this way. And have it come underneath. Do I want to do that, or do I just want to go ahead and... Do I want to have it be like that? That does fill in that part. I think I like this constructed. It's underground. So then let's X for a second. And we'll take away... we might take this away. We might leave that. Have the water running through there for a second. Let's put the next piece down. Let's close this piece off for a second. Right here. Let's close this. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. That in on that side so the water doesn't run down. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then here we're just going to go ahead and put the rest of the road here. So let's take this. And I always put in the roads. Every once in a while, in a blue moon, have I let them build, and it's usually when there's nothing else left to do for the builders to do. And we need some roads that aren't there already, that we have the builders put in the roads. But I've always put in the roads. I used to always put in the housing. And I don't do as much of that anymore because of the food system. The food system discourages one, constructed, from putting in housing, the level 5 housing right away, because you need the food system in order to work up with what we're going to have here. But we'll see. We'll see in just a minute if we're going to come down. I think we're not going to be able to come down where we're coming down, or we're going to have to come down here at this point before we reach that. Let's start here And let's put in the road piece that we want to match up to that. So let's get roads. And let's get a straight. Let's come to here and let's see where this would be. So we could either have the road be here like this, and that actually is okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I know what I can do with this part. So then let us construct this right here. And X, and that just leaves this piece here. So we're going to overlap the road straight, bring this piece down here, down, and put it in right here. It's overlapping a little bit on one side or the other, so we'll just go ahead and construct it in. All right, so this part is connected, and now we need to do this. What was that? Hold on a second. Oh, Harrison. Okay. That's Harrison. I'm like, who is that? It's like I don't have any guards, but I do have Harrison, and I do have Hallie, and both of them are essentially. Now see where this well is here, where the water is here. Let me see what I want to do about that. I think I'm going to do the thing that I did with that side and have this drop down right here. But that would mean that, let me see how I want to do it. That means that these are outside of the piece. Let's put that there for a sec. I know I saw the bottom. Because this is sidewalk. But I need this piece to be here like this. And I can have this come down and join these two, but I need this to come over here and to be over top of this like this. So we can bring this part all the way over to here, and that'll keep that part there together. Hold on for a second. I'm going to do something I don't do a lot, but we're going to do it right now. I'm going to get some daytime. Okay. Now they haven't slept because they didn't have enough time to go home and go to bed. So they're going to be grumpy and growly for a little bit. And now right here, let's bring this up right here, which means that these blocks have to come out to here on this side. We'll bring those blocks out and we'll put this here. And now we can have the water run this way. Run through here, stop. Thank you. And here. So the water runs through that part. And we'll do the same on the other side. So we need this to be a full block right here, as that is a part of the road. We're having this sidewalk come along here and the sidewalk come down along this part. So we need a sidewalk piece here, and then we can have this piece of the sidewalk come over here like this, and that takes care of that. So where is this? How is this coming here? take this piece and put it here. No, it's this one. Put this piece here, take this away, bring this part here like this, take that away, bring this part here. Stop, stop, stop. What are you doing down there? Okay, and that is going to go to a piece here, which means that this sidewalk, no, on this side it's just going to have to stay down. On this side I'm just going to have it be down and have a drain here. And close this part. I think I'm either going to have to close it or just have it running down into that drain. I think I'll do that for now. Now we know that this road goes straight to the entrance of this building, but that's not what we're interested in right now. We're interested in this. And look what we got here. So let's get a scan tool. Six and one. Would be interesting adding one inside the outpost and making it an entire colony inside one. That would be curious. That definitely would. Let's take this scan piece. Let's scan from this corner, which means I'd have to scan it down here. We'll just have to, well, let's try filling in from here. From here all the way over to here. Let's see what I've got. That's filling in a good amount. Yeah, let's fill this part in. So let's get dirt. Let's make these go away for a sec. I'll come back to that drain and fix it. Right now we're going to get dirt, and we'll take the show resources and replace the air with dirt. And there's the dirt that we need, and I think we'll replace the grass with dirt. Show resources, dirt, short glass, replace with dirt, since we can. That solves that problem pretty quickly. And then let's X. And this section right here, that can be put in when they're doing stuff. So this part right here to this part right here. Let's see if I can do this properly. Let's see what we get out of that. It doesn't go over far enough. So start on this side, this part right here. So second position to this part. Oh no, I definitely do need it to do this. So this part right here to this part over here. Yeah, I'll have to do some myself, obviously. Why don't we just go ahead and do this section that's already there and replace the air with dirt. And that's fine. And then all we have is that. So let's X this. And we can leave the scan tool for a sec. Let's come over here and let's just fill this in. That's much better. Okay, much faster also. And so there's the parts that we have. So what can we fit here? I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to fit here. Let's look at the build tool for a second and look at, I'll switch to arcology. Just for a minute, I want to see the arcology house for a second. Fundamentals, the residence, and see the size. So an arcology residence is this size right here, but there's nothing on the inside. There really isn't anything really on the inside that I would want to use. I don't need an extra dorm piece, and so I don't think that I want, because that's kind of what it would be. It would be an extension of the dormitory or something like that. I'd almost rather have park there, wouldn't you? Maybe it would be cool if when all the builders are done with their non-residential tasks, you just assign them all at once to upgrading housing. Yeah, it would be. It will be when I have an opportunity to do that. We're at a point where the people are this is kind of the way we've been doing it anyway, Mr. Villinger, is getting the makers, the workers' shops up to a level. So all the workers are now at level 3. Every single worker is at level 3 now, except this university building that's not built, and this tree port, this riverside sawmill here, which is 2.5 right now. So that's how we're doing it. We have to, based on the new way that the food works. We have to have the dining hall and the kitchen at the level of the housing before we can build the housing. Otherwise, the people are going to be dissatisfied and hungry. Let's go to the houses we know we can put here, and that is Littleton. And we're going to make a Littleton neighborhood on this side. And here's the residence, and there's the university building that's going to go in right here. So let's see how many houses, if we can fit a house, into this section now that we've made this decision. Might not be able to fit any housing in. And so that's what I'm going to look at right now. So there's the school, and there's supposed to be a road along there. But if we put the house here, if we have 2 houses, and I want to see if I can put a second house right down here. So let me put this in the ground. So this is right outside of the university, right on the shoreline, having a house right here. Are they overlapping the block? Yes. Right in here, level 5. And let's see where the street. So the house, see where this is right here? There would be a house here. That's messy, isn't it? I think that's actually messy. I think that's messy. The only other house I can have here would have to be here. Right on this street right here. And let's see if I can put it here and it be far enough away to put in a road. So it can be here. And it's off this road right here. And then we can have this road here that still goes down to this and up to that. We have this university building that is still here, right here like this. And the road is going to come all the way up to that. And this house here is going to be a little house that's sitting right here. So we have this here. We have the other two houses over here. And that gives us 3 houses. Oh, you get why there was a sleeping bag showing? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because it was in the hot bar. Alright, so this is what this area would look like. We have 3 houses in this area here. I could put a house here. It's not going to do anybody any good, a house being here. This is too far away from the school. And what I could do is, just as an experiment for a moment, let's have Tatiana come over. Not Tatiana, we actually have a teacher. Let's put the teacher here for a second, so we can see how far everyone has to commute. So we do have a teacher. He's working as a researcher. And there he is right there. It's Dennis. So we're going to hire him here for a second. We'll put him back. There's nothing for him to do yet. So he's here, if he was walking from this house right here, how far away is he? He's 34. Ooh, that means that we could put in another house right next to this one, right here. And I think that would make them in the 40s. That's kind of a long way, but it's not that long, and I think that'll work. Yes, there are plenty of times when they're housing in close to cathedrals and graveyards and all that kind of stuff. So that's not the problem. And I like this house here in this corner. And there's still plenty of road. See, there's the road right there. So if we wanted, we could even bring it over just a little bit farther away and close this part in right here. So the road's right here. We can see the road running right here on that part, from there all the way down along this side here, and then it starts going down. We'll have to put a ramp in for that hill. And got a bachelor degree just to end up working in a daycare. Oh. He's not doing daycare, he's teaching. He wants to teach, actually. He actually is someone who wants to be a teacher. Teaching isn't supposed to be daycare. It's supposed to be shaping the lives of kids. Giving them the ability to be members of society in a way that helps everybody. So yeah, So there we go. Let's put this one in. And then in these areas here, we're just going to have park and places for people to sit, and benches and outside things. This is a road right here. And well, I can understand that you don't want to be a teacher. You can't imagine being a teacher. And let's hope that that teaching is more than babysitting or daycare. Let's hope that it is more than that. So here we go right here. Assign a builder. And we're going to assign Maisie. No, we're going to assign Wade because he's not doing anything. I'm going to have Wade build the building. Wade's built these buildings before, so he can build that one. Let's come over here and let's look on this side where we're saying we can have one more house right here. And it has to be very close. And do we want to go in and sleep? The moon's setting anyway. Let's go upstairs here for a sec. And we're just going to jump into this bed. Yeah, I'm not a teacher either. But I absolutely feel that teachers are necessary, and there are people who love to do that kind of work. And I think they're important and necessary to the development of society, period. To even the development of society. This road isn't wide enough right here, but it gives us an example. And we did move the house over a little tiny bit, but I think there'll still be enough room for the road side that we want. And Wade is going to start working on this house. And as a matter of fact, he says he is. And so like that. So now the university is down one from the house and from these places up on the hill here. The university is at the level of the concert hall, concert center. And there he is. And Wade knows what to do with this, and he's going to start working on this area and clearing away the dirt. He's a level 4, and he will get that house done pretty quickly. Let's see what's happening to Maisie. Why Maisie is not finishing.
What's it today then?
I will work on it, and let's come here and let me...
Can I help you?
What she's asking for. Let's cancel. Let's not cancel. Let's go look at Marcos. Apparently Marcos doesn't know how to make what she's asking for. So let's come down here and see why Marcos isn't making that. So let's go to the cutter. And sure enough, there it is. So it's framed spruce plank and stripped spruce log. Wow. Okay, so let's get that one done. And then framed oak planks with oak planks. And we will get that one. So those are the two things that she's waiting for that he needs to make. And Cash? Cash, why are you mad? What are you upset about? What's wrong with you?
'Tis a fine afternoon.
Ooh, here we go. And this is the reason why we hadn't worked so much on the... I will work
Good to
on
see
that. I will work on that. We should have nether materials. So we have gotten some from our Narluk, and we're going to go over to Brooke and see why she isn't making that for him. She might not have the recipe, and we could have used the other. She's working on something. So let's come here and let's look at cutter, teach, and sure enough, there it is. So this is just another brick in an architect cutter. So we'll select, we'll teach, and she'll work on that. She'll request the pieces that are needed for her to work on that. And then McKenna wasn't working on anything, and we're going to have her work on the other house. And Josiah, just for a minute, let's see what Josiah is waiting on. Because he's working on the dining hall, and there's something missing that he
So what'll it be
needs.
for you?
And you need mossy cobble, and she might not have made. Wait, Josiah, I will work on it. Yes, I will. Yes. He said, yeah, if you say so. Ooh. He's lost faith in me. Let's come over here and let's go back to Brooke and make sure that she can do those kinds of stairs, which I believe is cobble stairs. Let's come here. Let's look. There's stairs. There's vine. I thought I had. There's mossy, but these are cobble stairs. Teach recipe, mossy. MOSSY. I think that he is asking for these. And let's look on the list. Kenya, the list. Let's get, that's the trapdoor that's one of the drains. And let's come here and let's bring this down. Let's bring this over. What else is in the way? Okay. And let's come to here and let's look. So now that can be made. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the ingot, why that's not happening. And birch saplings and oak saplings can be delivered. And here's smeltables and food. So that was the missing recipe. Wait. And she's now asking for nether brick. And there is no nether brick. Hold on. Let's come here to crafting, teach recipe. Let's teach nether brick. And nether bricks are these. Let's see how we get the this. Right here is another rack, and that means that we need, I know that Tobias hasn't done any of that yet. So we're gonna come over here and get Tobias to make netherrack. So smelting recipes, he's got all of these, and what's that? Terracottas, teach recipe, and teach this. So that's what's holding up those two sets of buildings. What are you working on? Are you making sand, I hope? Yes, you are. Good. And what are you working on? Do you have the next level yet of, you have string ones, but you don't have the, oh, there we go. So he just doesn't have a mesh yet. And it says requires research for the flint. But when I went to the university, the research had already been done. That's what it says. And now that's saying it requires research. I don't usually like to do this, and so I'm going upstairs to their place. Right here, we'll come up here. Miriam, what's the matter with you?
Need something?
Miriam? No, you don't. You're back here now. Okay. But I didn't take that away, so she's still thinking that she's going to do that. Is it time to go to bed? It most certainly is. Okay. Fine, I'll wait until everyone goes home. We can come in here and change as soon as Kishore leaves. I don't want to damage the hut block in here. So we'll come up. And I don't want to auto, hi Hayden. I don't want to auto research. So let's look at research and see where it says unlockables. See this right here? It says the mesh is done. It says it's done. The flint mesh is done, and yet the other one is saying that it needs to be researched. Let's go to technology for a second and see if there's some place in here where they've added a second thing that they have to do in order to get that. I don't think there should be. We could study block placing speed, and we could get durability, and we could get veins. And look at this. We have the ore to get veins. So we're going to do that so that Riley can get better veins of ore. And yeah. So other than that, I don't understand. We could also get the XP growth up. With 12 books, and we can do this. So that means that in economic they've finished, and sure enough 9 lives is done, and that allows the animal trainer to save pets that are on the verge of death. So when Wolf had got a hold of that puffer fish and was poisoned, if we had this is a recent add to the research. If we had this, we could have saved their life. So this is really an important thing right there. I don't want to increase the rare finds right now when there are other things that I want done. In the same day, I'm not going to do that. Apparently, you could only buy one thing a day. And this is increase the chance of visitors shopping. We would need 10 coins. That's easy to get if we wanted to do that, but we don't have anything for them to buy right now. And this is for the, this is for a chance to recover enchantments from recycled enchanted items. But we don't need that until we have this. And let's come down here and see if I can see where this is. There's some place where the fisher starts to get better things. And unless that's taken away, unless that doesn't exist anymore, there used to be a place where the fisher was getting better stuff, and I don't see it. Ah, there it is. Fishers can find treasures outside the ocean, but we need a level 4 university and a level 4 fishery, so we're not going to have that for a while. We're not going to have that for a little bit, so, but we will be able to do more ores. And let's just look here for a second and see if there's anything here. There was a time that I was going to do the butcher. There's a butcher piece right here, skilled butcher. This is actually good. Because, so, anyone who knows anything about farming knows that if you harvest a cow, you are getting a huge amount of meat. That doesn't happen in Minecraft. And so, the fact that they're doing that is something that I would like to do. And it needs a diamond axe and anvil. Let's look at the stuff that it needs. Let's put down for a minute. Diamond axe, an anvil, and some sort of magic book. So, what are the chances that we have any of that? It says that we can do it. We have an enchanter level 2, a blacksmith level 2. So all we need is those things. So we'll check and see what we can do about that. That's the thing that I would like them to work on. All right, so let's come back here and let's change into my full magical self again as a mermaid. And then we could go to sleep. We could use one of the houses in this area and go to sleep. So this is what this neighborhood looks like here. So we'll have the dormitory here. There's a house going up right there. You can see it, how quickly he is putting this house up. And when we have a level 3 of this house, we'll be able to have 3 kids. That's it. That's it. That's the problem. If these are level 4s, we can have more than 3 kids. But right now, I think that we're just going to have 3 kids. I think we're just going to have couples that are only going to have 1 kid apiece. And we can do 4 by adding the other house over here. Let's go to bed. And let's come here. I know I still have Dennis setting up the school. For now. Isn't it pretty? I do like this shader for the way that it makes mornings and evenings just look so natural, and I like that kind of look. So right down here we can see this house going up, and there is Dennis going into the school, and he is going to work there. We have some rare finds now at the shops, and I can, and why don't I do that? Why don't we go to the warehouse and see what we want to sell? See if we have anything to sell. It doesn't seem to be any gold, which is why I'm not getting a golden apple. And, Okay. I will work on that. She's just waiting for birch trees to be delivered. And so we'll check and see. We shouldn't have any problem with birch trees. Food is okay. Yeah, we would just have 4 kids. We'd just end up having 4 kids for the first set that we need. Let me get rid of this. And I'm going to come over here and just look for a second and see what I can have. Let's look for gold. And there is none. And this is the problem. So we've got deep slate gold ore that hasn't been smelted yet. But we don't have any gold, which is why we haven't gotten the piece yet. There's a build tool. I wonder how much a build tool would bring. We do have 1 pair of leggings. I'm just going to leave them for now. We used all our gold. It's very interesting. And let's look for diamond. So we have enough diamonds and to make a diamond axe and an anvil. And we have an anvil already. I'm going to get it. Research. There it is. I saw the indicator on the floor. It's in the lower level. So the anvil's right here. We're going to pull the anvil out so that we have it for research. And I don't see... We might have to look for trees for the birch and see if the birch is there. She should be getting the birch. She's just waiting on it. But I'm going to look here and see if there is any in the warehouse. And there is not. So that's why she hasn't gotten any. Hold on a second. How much does she have? She only has 12. How many does she need? Let's look here. Let's go to here. Let's look for Maisie and let's see how many she needs. Specifically, she only needs 1. What are you doing? Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just going to take one of yours and give to her. And the reason that nobody's taking those away is because there's a minimum for her. And that would interfere with the minimum, and so that's why no one's taken away her birch to give one to the builder. So we're just going to stick it right here. You can have that. And we'll put this back. And so we have an anvil right now. We'll hold on to this. Let's put the flint back in the warehouse. And let's put this here. And we don't need the flint. I thought we needed it for research or something, but we actually don't. And now we're going to come over here and we're going to start another house. Because even when Wade gets this done, which he'll be done in a minute, see, it doesn't have any torches, so he's waiting on that. We're going to need the other house to be here. So let's come to here. And let's go to Littleton. Let's go to residence. And here we are. And let's put another residence right here, level 5. Turn the house around until the front door is right here. There it is. And so if it was, I'm gonna put it pretty close because I want the kids to be within a good amount, a good location of each other. So let's put this here, and that brings the whole thing up. Doesn't it seem like it's higher? But it's not. It's in the same place. So they're going to be close to each other. These two houses right here. And that'll only be like 10 off of this. So if this was 30, this is going to be 40 right here. And this is 30. Let's look. So if Dennis was going to be here, he'd be at 34. So, yay! Good, I'm glad. Yay. This is good. Your immune system is getting better. Excellent. I am glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. So they're at the same place. They kind of are, but they'll be okay. They'll both be okay here, next to each other. And so now we're going to have to go in and find the hut block. So I think I need a pickaxe. Do you see that stone? So let's get a pick and a shovel for a sec. Let's move this over. And let's come in here. Let's get a shovel first. And there's that. And we can come up here. Oh! I can see it, so that means it's visible. That means we don't have to worry. Good. Alright. So here we go. Let's build the building. Assign a builder. And there's our hill. And this is the one that I don't think McKenna's working on anything. We know what Maisie's working on. Let's see what McKenna's working on. We know what Wade is working on because they have to finish these houses up to a level 3. So McKenna, are you working on anything? No, you're not. Do you see that? That's Cash still needing something over there. So we'll come back here and we'll get McKenna to work on this house. So we've got a bunch of people working on houses. And build options, the builder is going to be McKenna. Build the building. So Wade is working on this house right here. Is that the level 1? Nope, it's not. It doesn't have any torches on the inside. It doesn't have a bed. And so we'll put that right here where this sidewalk piece is. I'll have to do the thing that we do on the others. Right there. Right where the sidewalk ends. There are drains. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Yay. Nice work. Nice work, Wade.
Good to
I
see
know, you've built a ton of these. So you're very fast at doing it. Build options. The builder is Wade. Upgrade the building. So we need this to be upgraded to the next level for them to... Yes, I know. Let's get one of these. And for right here, probably about right here. Let's put in a drain here. And let's put in a drain here. I know, I'm putting one in farther away. No, it should be here. Stop. Put the drain there. Let's put sidewalk here for a moment because we're taking away this part right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we'll have that area. Too many drains, I know. Let's put that section there, but it really shouldn't be there. So let's take this away. The drain should be here and here. There. So it's going underground in that part right there. And here we'll wait and see how this sidewalk piece is going to be on that side. So there's one house and she's working on the other. That means we're going to need a bunch of pumpkins. See these pumpkins right here that that he loves to put in the yards. This is the style designer is Thaler, and he loves these for his houses. So we've got these pumpkins again, and we'll have to get some more pumpkins to work with that. All right, you're preparing some eggs. Yay! Eggs are good. They're definitely going to help. Josiah, you're still waiting on something, aren't you? Josiah's still waiting on something, and I need him to get it. This is a kitchen, a dining hall here, which we aren't going to have. The kids are going to be walked into town to the town hall. The first set of kids are just going to be walked into town to the town hall with their parents to eat at the dining hall that's here, the main dining hall. So this is an unusual thing that we're doing, is having kids so early that aren't, this is not a level 5. And I see this part here. I know this is going to move over 1 and come to here. I know it's going to do that. And do I want to do that now? So see the end of that, this intersection right here. let's look at Old English for a minute. I know, but this is what would happen in reality in towns. The towns just happen organically a lot of times. Yes, you can have towns that are planned, and we did have plans. We had wonderful plans. We thought we were going to put the school over on this side. And then this turned out to be where the bridge was, and we needed this housing for makers who work in this area, for the shop, for the crafters who work in this area, and for the people who work in the marketplace, for people who work in the town hall. So all those people needed a place. And so we moved the children where we were going to put the school over here, and said that the school was being made out of the original church. So before, when the town was smaller, there was a church that they were using, and now that's been turned into a school. That's what we're going to say is how that school came to be. And this right here where we're at, I think I would like this to be a wider piece of road here, which would be monster to mermaid like. But if I do that, they might take it up, because Thaler does his yard work. But let's look at a larger piece of road. Switch to monster for a minute. And there I am. Mine. Come down here, go to infrastructure, and the extra long 3. So let's look at an extra long 3, and there it is right there in this location. So we can see this road, and we need a piece of road that goes from here over. And we know that this piece of road is going to come over one right here. So this is going to be interesting how we make this work. So see where it is right here? I don't want to use the intersection piece. It doesn't matter, whichever one I use, I'm going to have to do something with this part right here. And I might as well do it now. Put this in underneath right here, because see where it is in relationship to this entrance. See how close it is to this. And so let's put this in here right now. Constructed, and let's X. And I need some daytime. So we're gonna use this house again. Go to sleep. I know Josiah's still waiting on something of his, and I can check in just a moment and see what it is. So here we are. Let's take this part of the road. And put that in piece in. Now we need sidewalk in this section right here. And that is right on the sidewalk there. And then we need this right here to actually have one of these here. How am I going to do that? I need them to be on the other side to walk on this side of the street, which might mean moving the street over one in this section. So we have the street piece here, and move the street here over one more. Let's see how we would do that. Do we want to use the long one again? Let's try. Infrastructure, extra long, And let's move it over. No, when I get it past this part right here, to bring it over to here and put it down. This is going to be interesting. So see where it is right there? And I have to put it in, there is basement in some of these places. So when I put some of this stuff in, I'm putting it in, look. So see where these houses are? This is what's going to be here. So they're not going to see the graveyard because this whole back wall is going to be here. And this back wall is going to be the only wall. The wall on this side going all the way to here. We might have the wall come to here like it's showing, coming right to there. I think we will. But on the other side we won't, because we have stairs put in these areas. We will have this wall because this is the graveyard. So the graveyard is going to be completely enclosed in those areas. And we're just going to add right here the road. We're going to make the road jog over to this area. And we'll have it jog again into a smaller piece of road that comes over to this area. And that's how people's roads get the way they get. So let's X and let's construct this, and then let's X. And so now when they start building in here, some of this might go away. This is definitely going away. So let's come to here and let's put this in. We're not having this under here. We can't. So right here, we're definitely going to have that part go away. Let's take this and push this sidewalk piece right here. See where this is here? Let's have the sidewalk piece come here like this. Let's have this come here. Let's have this come over. How many of these do I need? I don't think I need this part, this side. Let's have the road. Come here, and I'm okay with that. And then we'll start this side again right here. So we will put a drain here for this. And on this side here, I don't think we're going to have it. Definitely not having it right here. So let's put the drain at this corner right here. And I think I will put this back. Whoosh. I don't think I'll have, nope, can't have it there. I don't think I'm going to be able to have it on this side. I don't think I will. I think this is going to be sidewalk on this side. I think so. And then this part will be grass. So that we're making roads as we need them. And that puts that part in. And right here where the road does this zigzag here, let's have this part be sidewalk also, without a drain. And there's drainage on this side, and it's going to go over. There's some drainage here, and I'm fine with that. This piece is going to get crisscrossed over with the other, and so that's what this sidewalk looks like in this area. We have drain here. Do I want to put right here? Let's put a drain on that end of the street. walking around this and crossing over. And I think I'm fine with that for right now. So from above it looks like this. There's the road. And see right there, see that we're going to have one of those here. So I'm going to put it in right now. So let's come to here and let's go to me. I'm already here. And let's go to infrastructure and let's go to the ramp. Here's the ramp. And let's turn the ramp around. And so if we have the ramp come right to the end of this, we can have it be here. How high does that make it? Nope, that's too high. It has to be at this level. So we'll bring this down one, and that puts the ramp there, coming all the way down into this section, all the way to here like this. So this is good that we're putting it in now because we're going to have a problem here, Houston, aren't we? Let's bring this back and see where the road is. Let's move this over one. Let's move it over two. And put the road right here. And let's bring it all the way up to this. Oh, 1, 2, phew. So there it is right there. Coming right to here. But I wanted it to come over more. I wanted it to be more like right here. See where it is in relationship to that. It's still not wide enough for that area. All right, I'll accept this. I can widen it just in this part. And why don't we do that? So let's come here and let's construct it. Constructed, and let's X. So this is the ramp that belongs to Dark Dust and that we have used consistently to, I'm going to need a whole bunch of things. Let me take this away for a second. And I don't need this right now. Let me put this up here. I do need these, and I think I need this andesite piece. I need this piece, and then I need these pieces. Let me get those dandelions. And let's take away this part right here. So let me put this up. How are we doing? We are spending our time doing this, aren't we? But this will help us figure out how this is going to work for all of this in this area. I have to bring this part back here. Let's hit this so that we can get the stuff that's on top. And there we are. And this is coming down like this. Let's put that back. And right here, we're going to expand this part of the road. Let's go up and sleep for a second. We have a new house right here, and we can pop in and sleep here. Why don't you have a door? He said he was done. Oh, he's working on it. I forgot. He's working on it. Look, see, there's 3 beds on the main floor, so he's working on that. So we're putting this in. So see this extra piece right here? We're going to bring this whole thing over. So that this part of the sidewalk is here. And then let's bring this part over, come down and get this piece right here to come over like this. And that is that piece. Okay, let's come to here. And there's the other support for this piece. And that comes all the way over, doesn't it? It sure does. Let's just go ahead and put this all the way to here, put this to here, and then put that right there. And now, this here. Starting here. I think this part right here is this. And up here, this is definitely this right here. Let's take this away and put in this. This in here. And this one is here? Yeah, it is. Do I need a piece of stone under there? We can put that there. Put this in, and so the sidewalk comes right to here. So now I need the flat for that part. Do I have one on me? I should. I should have one here. And as a matter of fact, I do. And there's the air conditioning going on in the house, which means that it's cold in here. That's actually the that's actually what's coming on right there. Let's do the other side. Unless we bring this back right here to here. Let's fill this in for a second so that it's supported. Let's bring this part here to match that, and then we can take this off. Yay, Josiah! Finally, yay! Josiah finally got the pieces that he needed to get what he needed done there. Dun, 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 dun. And there we have it. So this part of the road here, so see where this is right here? This is going to come up, and we'll just do stairs there. Oh no, you burnt your tongue. So you know that you can put ice on a burn, especially a burned tongue. If you quickly get ice and put it on that spot, it will keep it, it'll make it heal faster. What would be an excellent combination, a medieval sawmill next to this forester. Yeah, we could have one. Simply because this is, we're bringing wood in, we're bringing special wood in for this project. So this wood right now is just being brought in here. If we put a sawmill right next to it, we could do that. We looked at the sawmill though and decided against it, didn't we? Hold on, let's come to medieval. We're using spruce. What is that? Is that dark oak or spruce? Hold on. Let's see what this is. She's stuck. She's still stuck on something. Cancel upgrade. Build. It's medieval oak. Okay. And this is Maisie. Upgrade the building. Okay. It's medieval oak. And so let's look at a medieval oak. Switch to mid. MED. And there's spruce, birch, and oak. And these are Carl Lancer's pieces, and let's go to carpentry and the sawmill. There's two types of sawmills. There's this sawmill here, and let's turn it, and let's bring it over, and let's do the level 5. Is this the alternate that I have? Yeah. So there's a sawmill that looks like this. And just a second, let me look. Yeah, and that puts all of this in this area right here like this. Connected to this. Hold on. All sorts of things are going on. Let me get a water. Yeah, I know, but I'm telling you that in the future, the water wheel is the guy. So we'll look here and we'll see, they're kind of similar. Let's go over to this sawmill. Whoa, look at this one. Oh, this is the one that he's talking about, the water wheel on the riverfront. You're absolutely right. Look at that. All right, so let's see how. With the border is cooperating. We have plenty of border. And we can have the water wheel. We can move, we can, so remember we fixed that part there. Shoot, I wish I had thought about that before, because we could have put this in a different location. So there's this part of the building right here. And in order to get that wheel in the water, I'm going to have to bring the, this part of the water back. Because it needs to sit here like this. So if it sits here like this, where are they coming in? So level 5, where's the door? Here's the way, oh, should I flip the building? Let's see what happens if I flip it. And now turn it around. And so that puts this stuff over here. So then this is sitting right here like this. Right in this part right here, and the water wheel is sitting that way. I could flip it. And that puts this door actually right here, which is good. Whoosh. Apparently I needed to get wet. And so these two buildings would be here like this. Now, do I want this building up one in this area? I don't think so. I'm just thinking about the guard tower being right there. That it would be okay if it was up one. Now there isn't any space behind the library. This library comes all the way out into the water. This library building. This is actually where it needs to be, and what we would do is see where we have this part right here. We'd have to take this part away, which we can do very easily. We found something that makes it easy to take that away. And I actually like this being here so that they're coming in through here. So they come in through this part. So see, this is all the sawmill right here. And then over here is the other building right here. And let me see, there's the entrance right on the waterfront. So they come around Let's move this building out more. So the, oh, look at this. Ooh. Okay, there's something that definitely needs doing. That sitting on the coast like that. I like that. Good call, Mr. Villager. Good call. I love it. I love it. I love this. All right, let's see if I can find where this hut block is. I can see the hut block right here. So that means that I can assign a builder. Except before I do, let me see how much of this we need to take away and mark it. How are we doing for time? We're good. Let's put this up here. I need some color. Let's use dacite? No. Calcite? Let's use calcite for a second so that I can see where I'm doing stuff. So this whole entire piece right here has to come away. So we'll start right here. This is where this is going to come away. And it can come away all the way back to here. This is where the wall is, right here. So we want the wall to be here. That marks the wall. And so from there out, we'll take away the land in that section. I think I'm going to take it, so the wall's right there. Yeah, it's only this little piece right here. Oh, good. We can probably do that with a scan tool instead of anything else. So these two will sit here like this on the coastline. That's actually quite nice. This part of the river here, we can push this part over a little bit more. We can put another square corner in right here and take this section away and just make this part of the river come over to this part of the town here. Of course. So here we go. So let's assign a builder. So there's the assignment. And so now right here where this is, let's look at the stuff I have on me. Do I need any of this right now? I don't need that. Let's take these things and put them here. And the calcite we were just using as a marker. Let's go to sleep. There might be one in here. There is, but I can't. It's not easy to get into this house. Let's come over here and let's come up. That door should have closed behind me, and we're just going to go to sleep right here in the guard tower. And then we'll come down. And it did close behind me. Good. All right. So we saw that we're putting in this, and we see this area right here. So we're going to take away this entire part of the wall all the way to that point. So we're going to start with here. Let's get a scan tool. And we're going to do that. Scan tool. Let's scan from right. Is this the top? Let's scan from here. Nope, wrong tool. Let's scan from here all the way down to, see that there? All the way down to here. And over, all the way down to here. Nope. I thought I did. All the way down to here. second position. Let's come up here and do this as the first position. And now let's look at this section. And there it is right there. So we're talking about taking away this entire piece right here. We should do it on the other side of this. So let's take this position and make it, let's bring this over one. And let's make this position from right, the level one from right here. And now let's see it correct itself. Whoops. And it did. It corrected itself to there. Alright, so now let's remove. So we're going to remove the andesite from here, the cobble from here, the diorite from here, the dirt from here, the grass block from here, and let's see what we've got. And that gives us this area here. We need to bring it down a lot, so let's look at this some more. We can remove the calcite. I put replace by mistake, so let's make that go away. Let's remove the lantern, the sand, the stone, and the stone brick. And so there it is. So this whole section now is where the water wheel is going to go. Let's put a lantern here. And let's fill this in. Look, we found something. Ooh, we found coal. Let's get a bucket. One and two. And so the water is supposed to be here. Yay, Wade. Wade is working very quickly. What we probably should have done was replaced those things with water, and that would have been easier to do, but we didn't. We can still do that. So let's X. Let's come to, nope, let's come to here, and let's X this. And let's come here. And let's go from here, right here, all the way over to here. And let's look at this area. And there it is. And so we'll replace it all with water. So let's look at the resources, and there's the air. So let's replace it with water. Make sure that it's at the right level. It is at the right level. So let's replace the air with water. Replace with water. And there's water bucket. Select that and do that. Okay, and that fixed the water. So now we can let this go. Let's X. And so now we have this area right here. So of course this is a problem. This wall. For the time being, I'm just going to leave it until the building is built. But we can see the water is okay in these areas. And the water's still working just fine. And then she's going to start building here. So she's going to put in the wall that's going to be the build right in this section here. She'll put that in when she gets done what she's working on. And is she done with it yet? Nope. So she's still waiting on something. You didn't think I was going to do it? Why didn't you? I sometimes do your stuff, but that looked really good. Oh, I forgot about the playground. I totally forgot about the playground. What is this? It's part of a piece here. Do I need to close this in or fence it off? Remember, we're putting in a playground here and Josiah's working on it right now? I totally forgot. Doesn't seem like you said it was big, and it really is big. It's coming all the way to here. This is going to be interesting. The kids are going to be able to see this from the playground, this part here, where there's this tunnel. And I'm going to make this wall supported in this area right here. And that part that goes down in that section. So that is this. And then the sawmill is right there. So kids don't care about noise. The playground. Josiah's working on a playground right here. That's what he's working on. And he automatically started working on it because it's a decoration. And so the minute that we decided we were going to make this decoration, you have to assign somebody, otherwise you won't have the decoration, it won't be placed. So that's what happened in this part right here. Let's bring this down. And this is going to come all the way down in this section. You better be bringing this down. You should be bringing this down one more, which means we'll have to bring everything else down one more too. We might be bringing it down two more to put some stuff here. Let's see what's going on with her. Aha, look at this. See right there? Let's see what she's waiting for that she hasn't gotten. It's taking her way too long. I totally forgot about it. Totally forgot about it. What is your problem, woman?
'Tis a fine morning.
Now you need an oak, and you haven't gotten one. What else do you need that you haven't gotten? You need ladder. I know they know how to make ladder. The oak is going to be one of those things where we'll have to get it from the forester right here. Here's the tree farm, and here is Harper's place right here, and let's just get an oak tree which isn't here. You know what that means, don't you? That means we don't have any. Does Harper have any on her? Hold on. She just went home, so if I call her back for a second, it's not going to be too horrible.
Need something?
Yes, I do. And you don't have one. Oh, I bet there isn't any. I bet there isn't any. Saplings, oak. Dark oak saplings. There's no oak saplings. How did we get to the point where there's not a single? There's supposed to be a thing here where I thought I had minimum stock. Yeah, so it shouldn't be down to nothing because there should be 64 here, which is interesting that that's not happening. They shouldn't be able to take away all of the oak from here. Even if she needs it to plant with, it should still be here. Where's the nearest housing? So Gregory and Harper are here. This is the new level 3. So Harper's still sleeping downstairs and Gregory is upstairs. I'm going to borrow this bed. Yeah, that was very strange. Oh yeah? Is that so? Harper's already up. It's a nice house. That's the tree farmer's house, actually, for Old English. That's the level 3 of the tree farmer house. And so we can actually have that many farmers. If I help, I might be able to get, but in order for me to do that, I need to do a couple things first. I don't need these. The stone I don't need, and the calcite I don't need. Let's bring these down. We'll use one of these. Let's bring this up. I have oak on me. Where did I get? Oh, those trees that I needed to plant. I forgot. That gives me oak. I'm going to let her plant these. We'll give her, let's hold on to 2. We'll give her 5, those 5, and let her plant oaks. And we'll give these to Maisie. I forgot I had those oaks on me, remember? From those trees that I took down. So let's put this here, and we'll give her that. And she's not complaining. And McKenna is not complaining. Let me make sure that I don't have a dining hall full of people. Everyone is getting fed. This is nice. What you doing? Okay. It's like I'm dusting. All right, fine. What are you guys doing? Why are you sitting? Why are you up here? Get off the tables. Get off. Get off the tables. You shouldn't be on the table. Get off the tables. Get off. What are you trying to do, Mia? Because you can't go out that way. So what are you trying to do? Harrison, what are you trying to do? She's like, no, I want to stay in the window. No. I'm not going to be able to do anything about her. Didn't I remove the... Oh, great. On top of everything else. Run, people, run. It's thunder and lightning. Quick, let's go in here. Someone's in here. Let's go here and let's go down. Oh, they just left. That's what happened. Ready? Go to sleep. What can I say? What can I say? Life in the fast lane. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. Phoenix? Phoenix? Phoenix, what are you doing? Huh? No, I said Phoenix. Vincentius thought I said Vincentius. No, I said Phoenix. What are you doing? Where's she going? That's Mia, and Mia's doing a delivery. And finally, she has one of the last pieces that she needs, and she's going to finish working on this, and then we're going to assign her to build the level 1 of this building. because that's a level 3 of that. So they can start getting the wood coming in. Maisie building. And then she'll work on this. We can't work on this until we can get acacia wood coming in. And that's what this whole area is about. Them bringing in acacia right here. And we can see, did she change some of the wood back? She sure did. She changed some of the wood back to oak. And we'll change it back to acacia when she's done. We knew she was going to do that, so that's no problem. Oh, Mia. There's Mia. Mia making a delivery. That's so fascinating. But Mia is actually does special delivery of food, which is pretty wild, isn't it? I think so. I think that is very wild. I don't know how I did that. But we're going to do this on this side too. And just have that little area that drains there. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I'll think about it. I'll decide what I'm going to do with it. All right, so let's see how deep this is. He is going down to this level. Good. That's what we need. And we are going to close this right in here. We'll just close this part. We'll see what we do with the other part of this when he's done. I think this is going to be too high. All of this is going to be too high around here. Shovel. Use a shovel. This is Minecraft. Use a shovel, please. Okay. And so let's just pull this back because this is the last part of it right here. And I'm fine with them having space in this section here. I'll just leave that for now. Okay. And there he is. There's going to be fence here. It's a children's playground, so it's definitely going to be fenced in this area. Let's bring this back right here. All along this part so that he doesn't fall down into this hole. And we're good to go for right now. Yeah, I know I don't usually like those, but I'll leave it for right now. He's working really fast. And then she's going to work really fast on this when she gets done with this. Look at this. She is almost done. She's almost done. Yay. All right. So I can put this here. I don't need this. I've got a bunch of flowers on me. I'll take them to the warehouse. So we put in this so she is able to walk here pretty easily. We could put in these 2 pieces of road. It'll make it easier on the people. What are we doing here? What are we going to do with this? What do you think I should do with it? Park. Place for kids. Maybe extend the little eating area for here. Make something where people come and sit and they can eat. I can look at some things and see if I can fit something into that area. And I like the idea of that. We can do that, definitely. And down here, whoa, look at this. This is a new house. Build options. The builder is McKenna. Upgrade the building, but McKenna's working on this house. And he's working on this one. And let's come over here. I'm going to have to put in those Let's see what level this is. This is, wow, look how fast they are. So that's why what's going on with the outpost just is something that has to be worked out. And let's have Wade upgrade this building. Look at how fast they are. That means they got provided with the materials that they needed and that they built. And this is a level 2 going up to the level 3. Hold on. Yeah. See, the beds are still in the downstairs. That means it's a level 2. And this dining hall is just a level 1 right now until we get some people who can work here. And he finished it, right? It has a door. I didn't realize that it was finished at level 1 with grass in this area. It's very interesting. Okay, and so now we can bring this part over to touch this section right here. Let's bring this over to here. Will it go all the way over? For now, we're going to have it do this. Oops, wrong location. So this one has to come from here, and there isn't any place for it to, ooh. Okay, so you can't do that. Let's put that in. Let's have this come down. So we can't have that there. This will have to come down here. And we could make this go away and have this be here to hold this part up, because we're going to put this here, here, and here, and then put this in on this part here, and then on the side, let's bring this around here and do this and this, and then put this piece right there. So that's that side of that. On this side, I think we need to do the same thing, don't we? I think so. And we can put one, I can't put one there. There and here. Okay. Do I need something there? I think that's okay. So this is the kitchen, the entrance for the kitchen here, and they can get to that entrance this way. So let's put in, yay, team. So the tree farm is done, and that is excellent. So they can walk out here. So see this part right here where this is? I want to do something here that I don't think I'm going to be able to do, but I would like to do it. I know, but I'm probably going to bring the building back to that part. I know it's only a level 1. I'm just trying to see ultimately what I want to do with this. So I think I would like this to come all the way to here, so they can come out this door. Let's make this door go this way. They can come out this door here and come down into here. So that's the ultimate way that this is going to be. And so we have that coming there. And we still need that. We need this and this. So there's 2 ways for them. And then right here, we can bring this all the way over to there. So people could actually pick up food in two different places, because we can put the stumelier here and have food be delivered from here as well. And I like the idea of that. I like the idea of that. Because there's a stumelier as a part of this, as a part of the kitchen, simply because it's a kitchen. It has a stumelier right there. So when we look, there's the stumelier and the chef. And so there we have it. All right. And I know. Not sure how I feel about that, but we'll see in a little bit. Not sure how I feel about that part there. And I would need to put piece on this wall here, which would be nice to put a piece of this. Let's come here for a second. Let's take this away. These for a minute. Let's get a cutter. And let's get, let's put the cutter here. Let's put this in. Oop, can't do mossy. Can't do that. I can do that. You can't do stairs because stairs are Minecraft. So there isn't any reason to. There we go. I like that. I'm okay with that. I know that. Tell me, I know already what's going to happen when they upgrade it to the level 2, but I'm not concerned with that right now. I'm just concerned with looking at it for the time being until such time as we get ready to do this. So we're not going to have these. We're going to change them. Yes, they're going to change them back into torches when the time comes. And that's fine. And this one in here, I think these can be on the ceiling. Yep. There's one there. Let's go around. Too much grass. Take that away, put that there. Let's come in here. There's one there. There's one up here, one here. And I think that's going to be enough for right now. Because no one works here. This is just where the kids should be eating. But they can't eat there just yet until... Oh my gosh, we're out of time, Mr. Villager. Isn't that wild? Should I just do this one section of the road? Should I just put in this section right here? I don't think I have time to do that. So look at this. We have housing. So when this is a level 3 and this other house down here is a level 3, we will have 1, 2, 3. We will have 4 houses. 4 houses that can have 4 kids. So we're only going to have 4 kids at a time until we get up to the level 4. And then we can have 6 kids at a time, which is the maximum that we have at a time is 6. It's the best management for the teacher, so that the teacher is able to give the children the attention that they need. We only have 6 kids at a time because we only have 1 teacher. And there we go. So, okay. So, yeah, so this is it. Just explaining all that just took all the time. Look at this. Look at where we're at here. with these buildings. This is quite something. It's our little school. And all of this stuff coming in here. So this is going to be very nice. Thank you, everyone. Hi. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a very curious town we're making. But it usually ends up being very strange. So, Mr. Villager, thank you for being in chat. I appreciate it. And I had someone earlier in chat. Thank you too for being here. And I'm just going to check for a minute and see who that was at the very beginning. It was Clipper. And thank you for being here, Clipper, in chat. And for all of you who are watching, appreciate all of you watching. And let's see if I have a light on me. I do. So enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. And as I always say, we're listening to Drone Hands this time. We're listening to his music in the background behind my talking. And now we're going to listen to Vincentius Primus. And so here we go, people. Bye for now.